Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And he's got some space here. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Heck of a start, a 30-yard pickup on their first play from scrimmage. Opening quarter, his opening carry of the game. I think they'll give it to him a few more times, as they should.
You're exactly right about that. With that type of a run, you want to repeat it many times until they show signs of stopping it. I think he did his visualization exercise before this one, and they're paying off.
Prescott on first down. He'll find Lamb crossing the formation for the catch. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. CeeDee Lamb, touchdown number 15 on the year. And the Cowboys go down the field in just 2 plays to take the early lead. Looking sharp on that first drive. These guys, of course, coming off back-to-back victories, and you see that kind of advancing into this game, don't you?
You certainly do, and when you have a team that doesn't get too full of itself, even though they've won 2 games in a row, you get the end result that we saw there, that nice opening drive, because they're sharp, they're focused, and they're locked into everything that they're doing.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Well, this defense for the Cowboys, they were very good a week ago in that win over Minnesota.
And that's not the half of it. They forced 7 turnovers in that game, and I know we always talk about turnovers coming in bunches once you force the first one, but 7? That seems almost impossible, but we watched it happen.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. They'll go to Barkley again. Only a yard on the pickup, so a good situation on 2nd and 2. It's now 3rd and 1.
Our game here, a Thanksgiving staple in Dallas dating back to 1966. It was Tex Schramm, the Cowboys GM, who wanted to drum up a little publicity, and he drew 80,000 to the Cotton Bowl to see the Cowboys beat the Browns that year in '66, and a tradition was born and has only grown in love and passion over the years.
Jones fakes the give to Barkley. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete.
Well, Charles, this Thanksgiving tradition, so great. When going back essentially through the full century of the NFL, I know you probably have a lot of fond memories of Thanksgiving Day football yourself.
I certainly do, and I don't have the Turkey Bowl tradition. You know, the families that go out and play and then come in and sit down to their feast and watch football. I remember reading about, the Lions jumping on the Packers on Thanksgiving Day. The only loss the Packers had in 1962. They sacked Bart Starr over 10 times in that game. And I remember Dave Williams from the Bears returning the overtime kickoff for a touchdown to win a game on Thanksgiving Day. I remember so many different things happening. But how much fun is it each and every year to know that you've got football on Thanksgiving Day?
And on 3rd down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back. Now Jones. Oh, trying to fit it into Shepard, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Marquise Bell. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can...
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Xavier McKinney.
And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Giants touchdown.
Well, it turns out it's not their offense who gets them on the board first, CD. It's the defense coming through right there with a pick six.
And I know from experience throughout the week when you go against the offense, you're challenging them all the time. You're letting them know, hey, don't worry about scoring this week. We'll take care of it. We'll get a few pick sixes and score ourselves. You're just kidding? But how about what he just did right there? Laid it out for the rest of the game. We scored. Hey, offense, can you keep up with us?
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one, but now playing here on Thursday night. Do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you've got that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that.
Dexter Lawrence that time in on the stop. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Prescott now. This will be taken in by Michael Pittman. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage. So timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
First down, Prescott. Escaping the pressure right. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The Cowboys at 8-2 on the year. And they come in as a team that looks like a well-oiled machine getting ready for the postseason. Winners at 8 of their last 10.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
And 5 in the secondary now for the Giants on 3rd down. Prescott from the gun. Open man Lamb. It's complete. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere. And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did on that play.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brandon, that's what you call being manhandled at the point of attack. And I know the offensive line gets a lot of blame for that one. But occasionally, the defense just knows what you're going to do. Maybe they scouted it perfectly. Maybe someone tipped it off. But on that play, it had no chance.
And now we'll hook up downfield on 2nd down. Touchdown, Cowboys! Michael Pittman, 48 yards. And the Cowboys have taken the lead.
An excellent, long, sustained offensive drive. And now they can look across the field and see a defense that looks a little bit beaten down. Right now, as an offensive coordinator, you're thinking to yourself, can I dial up the knockout punch?
Extra point by Moore, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And
no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
And they, almost to a man, told us how excited they are to be playing in this traditional Thanksgiving game. But we have to remember, this is a team that lost on Sunday. Now they get a very quick turnaround to play again. How difficult is that to do?
It's difficult under any normal circumstance when you're coming off of a loss and you have a quick turnaround. The first thing is to put the loss behind you and move forward. But when you plan on Thanksgiving Day, everyone's watching you. It's an added bonus, though, because now you put the loss behind you. Get that taste out of your mouth, because the taste you want is victory, turkey, and pumpkin pie.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a fourth down. Well done.
And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away. So they take the flag and the yardage that comes with it.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
47. Here we go, 47. Hey, 47. Hey, kill.
Looking to throw. Prescott. He'll find Lamb. That's complete.
And they'll work this down inside the 30.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
On play action, Prescott. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys.
Michael Pittman
with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season.
And the Cowboys go up by 2 touchdowns. In the 2nd quarter, and already his 2nd touchdown reception.
Absolutely the definition of a difference maker here in this first half. Clearly one of his quarterback's favorite targets in this game, and I figure he's going to draw a little more attention and coverage moving forward.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And it's now 21-7. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
And they are losers of 2 straight coming into this Thursday night game. Is it more difficult, CD, when you take a losing streak into a quick turnaround game like this?
It certainly is, because you don't get time to work on the issues that you've had throughout the season that have caused you to have the record that you're having. You can't really get those set. So now you're trying to minimize those and maximize what you've been doing well. And I remember a game recently where one of the assistant coaches said to the head coach, forget our running back rotation. This guy has a hot hand, and they rode him to a victory. Those are things you have to look out for in games like this.
He's able to call his own number for 8 that time, but it leaves him with a 3rd down. So he is able to turn that into positive yardage, but I think it's fair to say that those are not the shots you're wanting your quarterback to have to absorb.
And he has to know sometimes when to say when. You have to know when to give yourself up, and let's face it, not easy for these guys to do because they're competitors as well. But sometimes you do learn your lesson the hard way, as he did there.
They'll try to pick this up on the ground with Breida. And some room to maneuver. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Giants. Matt Breida, his first touchdown on the year. And the Giants have cut it back within a score. Gano the extra point, and they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number 1 goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2, win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number 1 seed so you get that first-round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
And he'll find Pittman. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd. Give here to Pollard. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down. Well, these two teams, you might recall, met up back in September in Week 3. And it was the Cowboys winning on the road, so they look for the sweep here back home in Arlington. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Prescott. Out of his hands quickly to Pittman. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
A first down throw for Prescott. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down. That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way. A dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense, because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an incompletion there, I think they're going back to that well. This pass outright to Arcega-Whiteside. And he's brought down, but not before a gain of 13, down to the 13. 1st and 10 in the red zone.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
It'll be a handoff to Pollard, and he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Nine-yard line, 2nd and 6. Prescott. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Lewis. And the Giants are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line.
And when a team advances as far as they did, got over the 50-yard line, don't you think that drive deserved a better ending? I think he needs to get with his coaches on the sidelines, make some immediate adjustments, and that's what you do. You don't wait. You do it from series to series because drives like that, to end with a turnover, that's multiple times they picked him off already in this opening half.
And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Throwing, Jones. This one goes out wide for Barkley. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that'll make it 2nd down. You know, thinking of this Thanksgiving Day game, Charles, for years we've heard the talk, why don't we open up these Thanksgiving Day games instead of just being Detroit and Dallas every year, give other teams a shot to host? I know you're kind of like me, a bit of a traditionalist, but what do you have to say to that, CD?
I think it's a great argument, and the league could support it quite well, where you could move games to different spots and still be very successful on Thanksgiving Day, but you're exactly right. I am a traditionalist. I really don't want Detroit and Dallas to give up those slots. I like the fact that we watch them each and every year. But what I really like is that the league added a 3rd game in 2006. And usually it's division rivals, but that's the 3rd one of the day, and it caps off a great day of football.
In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Now a play fake here on 1st down. That one into the hands of Shepard downfield. And they are going to have a 1st down, and they're in field goal range as well as they're down inside the 20. Touchdown, Giants! Sterling Shepard as the first half is winding down. And the Giants have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half. Extra point try good by Gano. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. Here's Prescott. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
Well, he's been the guy. Already over 100 yards here in the first half. Could have had a lot more if he would have been able to haul that one in.
In fact, our statistician Marvin was already handing me a piece of paper with that yardage totaled on it. He thought that catch was going to happen just as you and I did as well.
And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout called. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making them sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. So on third down, the field goal unit will come out as he'll try to get 3 before half. That's on target, but it's no good. He had it on line, but it came up just shy of the crossbar. So we've hit halftime on Turkey Day here in Dallas. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard.
And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
This offense ready for the first drive of the third quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun second half because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the second half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense the way we did in the first half. But if I'm a defensive player, all I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team and break this streak of offense?
He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
Jones with a handoff to Barkley.
And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Play clock down to 3, and we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Here's 2nd and 9.
Back to throw. Jones. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. A pair of first downs gives them a 1st and 10 up at the 44. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley, and they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. On 2nd and 11 now. Jones, they'll set up the screen to Barkley.
And they're going to get this up to midfield.
Partner, I like the play call coming right after a tackle for a loss because this is an obvious passing situation. But instead, they hold them a little bit with the screen, and they wound up getting back what they lost and then a little bit more.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be second down. On the draw, this is Barkley. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
So a solid run by Saquon Barkley, and another 1st and 10 here. And they'll keep leaning on the running game, back to the ground. And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. 41 yards on the ground for him so far. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Again, it's Barkley. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. Touchdown! Saquon Barkley, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Giants have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half.
And that's another route that defenders would vote to take out of the game.
The wheel route?
Oh, without a doubt. You're just trying to move everybody in one direction. And whether it's a running back or another receiver, as they zip out on the sideline, you've got a problem on your hands.
Yeah, well, the defenders hate it there. It happened, and it resulted in a touchdown. Gano the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
Now a deep ball going to be caught here near midfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. Prescott now from the 50. Over the middle, hauled in by Lamb. Down the left sideline. Touchdown, Cowboys! So a strong drive here to lead off this 3rd quarter. That has them an extra point away from tying things up.
And, partner, this is pretty much what they envisioned when they were sitting there in the locker room thinking about getting things going to start here in the 3rd quarter. Getting out there, a field goal would have been fine. But going ahead and scoring here, an extra point away from tying things up, that's exactly how they drew it up on the board.
Extra point by Moore, up and good. And we are all tied at 28. So all square here in this 3rd quarter as the kick's away. And we see James. He will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. We got a brand new ball game, all even after that last touchdown, so every drive now becoming a little more critical here in the second half. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. We're on to the fourth here on Thanksgiving Day. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. They'll run it again with Barkley. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. DeMarcus Lawrence in on the tackle. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
But when you hit him on the move like that, he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam. Oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 38. Up the middle with Barkley. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
2nd and 5 now. Jones will get this out to Barkley complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play. And that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards.
Well, that wasn't exactly a work of art, was it?
No, that wasn't a thing of beauty. That's just why I don't play in points per reception fantasy league.
Is that what they call
the receiver still gets a point there. Yeah.
No.
And you went that far back. No bueno.
But I'll tell you what, I wish I had their defense on my fantasy game.
And this is going to be intercepted. There he goes, right side. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. We're part of this defense now with multiple interceptions in this game, but this time they say turnabout is fair play because, remember, they had a pick-6 on the other side, and now they get a pick-6 of their own.
Yeah, they actually added to some of their nice play throughout this ball game. A good effort by them to secure another interception on this one. A better effort to take it all the way back for 6. And how about an exceptional effort to match the opposition's pick-6 from earlier in this game?
Extra point by Moore, up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6. And now the kick is away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And can they regroup? That's the question. The pick-6 hurt, no doubt, but this is still a one-score game here in the fourth. The drive starts with a completion, left side. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Looking to throw again on second down. Jones toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. 23 yards the pickup there. A first down carry for Barkley. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Out of the gun now on third down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
Desperation time now. Here's Jones. And he's got a man, Corey Davis. And he is going to have the Giants first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. Now Jones to Barkley on the check down. And he'll be brought down at the 27. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. Still 9 yards to go on second down from the 27. Here's Jones. He finds him again, Saquon Barkley. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Jones. And he'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley. And he will have a Giants first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. To throw is Jones. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Shepard. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Jones keeping it on the sneak. And no signal, but I don't think he got the surge behind center. No, he's going to be kept out of the end zone. But keep in mind, if you're thinking of staying on the ground, this is a top 5 rush defense.
Yeah, but I don't think you shy away totally with the run. At least show them the hint of a run before you decide to throw the football.
And Barkley will try to punch it in. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this fourth quarter. This fielded right at the goal line. Oh, good return up past the 30. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They need to get this around the 40 to have a chance to win it in regulation. From the 40, it's a 57-yard field goal, so that gives you a gauge.
And all they're trying to do now is pick up yardage in good chunk.
He's got a man complete. And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the fourth. Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the fourth quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through. All the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet. Marr now to add the extra point. And they will take a 7-point lead now. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Jones. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it, and it's 2nd down.
And let's face it, this defense has had its share of struggles all game long, and they know that they can put it all behind them if they defend well here in the 2-minute drill. Excellent coverage right there to force the incompletion.
Oh, that's going to be a costly one. It's intercepted. And the Cowboys have just about sewn up this football game. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them. After what they faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
Prescott. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. That one good for 26 and a 1st down. Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout. But instead, they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
And Brandon, I'm still on the edge of my seat after that one, because when you have that much scoring and it still comes down to one possession game at the end, that's not something we see very often. And in this case, these are...
Yeah.